Hi, Hi, everybody.
Hey, Sherelle, did your thumbnail go out?
What do you mean?
Oh, I didn't see it. I was just asking. The thumbnail.
You don't see the thumbnail?
No, let me pop back out again and see.
Hi, everybody.
It's been a long day, ain't it?
Oh my God. How
Yeah.
many things can a person do in a day?
Yeah, I don't
Hold
see it,
on.
but
What do you mean you don't see it?
I don't see it.
That's weird. Hold on, you guys. Let me figure this out. Okay.
I might have to dance because shit, Damien got the AC blowing.
Go turn it off. Go turn it off.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Let's try the thumbnail one more time. Tell me if you see it. Now. I've had a long day, you guys. A long, long day. So let me tell you what, that's the wrong one. Where's my thumbnail? Hold on, guys. Here it is. Let's try it one more time. We've had a long, long day. So I'm going to talk to you guys while I'm doing this thumbnail again. I haven't been getting to my regular videos because I've been so caught up in the Sean Atwood thing, but that's done now. The guy's going to talk about the story on the radio. There's a lot of things that we're going to do behind the scenes with that. In the meantime, I've got to get to these stories that I really want to talk about. Today, I want to talk about P. Diddy. I really want to talk about P. Diddy and his nervous breakdown that he had, because I know what's going on. And then we're going to talk about JayZ and Beyonce, how this is stressing her out. She's upset. They're saying she's very emotional. She's mad at the judge. You know, it's got to be a strain on their marriage. Do you see it now, Perry?
No, I'm looking again. Let me see.
It said it took.
Yeah, I finally seen it.
Whew. All right. Okay. And then I got some stuff somebody sent me last minute about Diddy trying to do a plea deal. What does that mean? I'm going to have to read that online as I read it to you guys. Do you know what that means? But let's start. Did you want to say anything, Perry, before we get started?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. Let's start with the P. Diddy thing. And me and Perry have been running around like a chicken with her head cut off because I am bound and determined. I know you guys are tired of the Sean Atwood videos, and I'm going to give pause to that, but I am really serious about it. Hold on.
You should be. You should be. I mean, to a certain degree, you know. Now we ain't gonna let them take up all our time.
Yeah, because I got to get to this stuff right here. I really want to talk about P. Diddy today, but I got to find the damn article. Okay, so let's talk about this nervous breakdown that P. Diddy had on Christmas. Okay, so here's the article. So they're saying that Diddy is not doing well, people. They're saying that he's lost a lot of weight. They're saying he had a nervous breakdown. He's not eating. He claims he scared someone's going to poison the food, blah, 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 blah. And so he had a nervous breakdown. He was crying. He was banging on the walls. He was rolling around. And he asked them for mental help. You know, could he go get some mental help? They told him no. He's breaking down. Okay. And I'll read you this in a minute. But let me tell you something with P. Diddy. Yeah. And they're saying that he can't handle jail. He can't handle it. And, you know, everything is just kind of coming in on him. Just listen to me. Hear me out, you guys. I've seen this behavior before. Okay. I make it no secret. The kind of family that I come from, lots of people that live that life, lots of people that are in and out. You know, my grandfather was a dealer. It's hard for me to tell the truth. My grandfather was a dealer, and he passed that trait down to his children. And so I came from a family full of, dealers and unalivers, and it's and I'm starting to try to open up about it a little bit, just because, so you know what kind of person I am. Um Still got family in Detroit, still got family in that life. If you take somebody's life, because they make it seem all that it's not that bad on TV. You see the tough guy's always pow-powing somebody and this and that. If you take somebody's life, that comes with a consequence that nobody sees but you. Because there's a dark side to it. Everybody wants to be a gangster. Everybody wants to be thug life and all that. It comes with a consequence. I believe from the bottom of my heart that P. Diddy unalived Kim Porter. I believe that P. Diddy unalived Tupac and Biggie. His family is from the Black Mafia family. I can't remember what his name was, but what Diddy is experiencing right now is that breakdown when it's a karma that you only get when you unalive people. So like Diddy could probably he's probably going to end up in prison and all this stuff is going on. But he had this behavior before this nervous breakdown, before he got arrested. Perry, can you explain to them what I've seen? Because I've talked to people that have unalived people. I love these people.
Yeah, you basically saying that
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes we give people credit and think a person who do this don't have a conscience. But at the end of the day, most people, and I can't say all of them, I used to think everybody had one. It's a very few that don't. But their conscience break them down because it's something they can never forget. Whether their life going good, going bad. And then oftentimes when that happens, it's sort of hard to deal with it. So they got to distract themselves from the thought of what they could have possibly done. And then they turn to different things to try to mask it. It could be sex, it can be drugs, it could be, just anything to keep their mind off bouncing back to that. But Sherelle, I was gonna say this real fast. This is a side note, change of subject. I just popped up. I seen Jimmy Carter pass away. He was 100 years old.
100 years old.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he lived a full life. So
R.I.P. Jimmy Carter. I remember him.
Yeah.
He would go on food strikes. I'll talk about Jimmy Carter in a minute because I gotta stay on topic.
Right.
Thank you, Catherine, for the super chat. I've seen this. We watch people pow on TV and we get desensitized to it. We watch Power, we watch all that stuff, but it comes with a price. Diddy is not, I wouldn't be surprised if he unalived himself or went completely crazy. It's not what you guys think, like you just pow somebody and then you get up and you move on. No. I've heard people tell me that unalive people, every time I close my eyes, I remember his face. He's haunted by his own spirits. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And you deserve it, Diddy. You broke a cardinal rule. You're not God. You don't have the right to take anybody's life. But that's what he's experiencing, and nobody's feeling sorry for him. Not those. And do you think the cops feel sorry for him? They see that shit every day.
Oh no.
Every day.
No.
And so that's what Diddy, and that's what everyone said, he can't handle jail. I mean, maybe, but he also is struggling with his own demons.
Right.
And, Diddy's going to unalive himself. Because it even happened to Aaron Hernandez. Do you guys remember Aaron Hernandez? Take somebody's life. You think he's got everything. Why is he acting like that? His demons. Diddy is struggling, struggling, struggling. And I don't see him making it much longer. I think he's gonna do what they all do, is check out himself. What do you think, Perry? You think he's gonna unalive himself?
Look, I can see what you're saying, and let's just roll with that theory because that's well, possible. It's very well could be possible that that's what he's dealing with. And if he is, remember, when you're in the outside world, you got things to keep you active, whether it's the freak offs or whatnot, to
Mhm.
keep your mind off that subject, or drugs. But even though we know drugs is in a prison, but not enough to constantly keep your mind off of it. That could be a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if that
Mhm.
was the case, and like you said, it could be the other possible thing that being incarcerated, some people couldn't handle it. I don't think I
Mhm.
could truly handle being incarcerated, to be honest with you, like in a cage and
Especially if you did some messed up shit like he
yes,
did.
right.
Diddy is not gonna make it. That's just my opinion. He not gonna make it. You took the lives of your children, your own flesh and blood, their mother. I've seen this before. He is going through a mental hell that nobody can help him with. It comes with it. And unaliving somebody is a decision that you make up in your mind before the act even happens. You desensitize yourself to it before it even happens. It's a place I never want to be in life. Ever, ever, ever. Still can't feel sorry for him. I just can't do it because, you acted a plumb fool. Plumb fool. And and when I do these stories, I can't get Kim out my mind. Everybody's coming with all this stuff, and you got people giving fake interviews and people writing phony books and fake people over there on the other channel and stuff. But let's stick to the true victims. And Kim Porter is a true victim. You mean to tell me that coroner just happened to have a heart attack? Why everybody have a heart attack around Diddy's ass?
Pneumonia, yeah.
Like,
Same
please.
symptoms.
But let me read this article so y'all could feel sorry for him if you want to. But I'm not feeling shit. And I've noticed this behavior before. And I'm telling anybody out there in the chat that's willing to listen. When you unalive somebody, you don't hurt their family, you hurt yourself because it comes with consequences, serious consequences that I wouldn't want to go through. When I seen some, like, okay, I know people that have unalived people, I can't lie, and they pay the price for it, and other people don't know. Like, it'll show up in your dreams, you'll hear their voices in your head, you'll see. I've seen normal people, just regular people, strong to the world, rocking back and forth on the bed because they can't get rid of the thoughts of what happened.
Right.
It is what it is. I mean,
that's a hell of a thing when you want to get rid of something. And some things you can't go back and reverse. You can't.
mhm,
So it's that
mhm.
everlasting conscience that can bother you. You know what I mean? That's
I don't
crazy.
feel he wasn't thinking about that when you made arrangements or did it yourself to take Kim Porter's life. You wasn't thinking about that when you did the Ed Winter. You didn't think about that with Tupac. You didn't think about that with Biggie. And he's just a disgrace. He's a disgrace, and your mama can't get you out of this, and nobody can get you. Your money can't get you out of this. Your fame can't get you out of this. This is a relationship, something that you got going on, Diddy, between you and God.
There you go.
It's between you and God. Let's read this. Disgraced Sean Diddy Combs had a Christmas meltdown in prison as he couldn't believe he was still behind bars over the festive period. It has been claimed. The music mogul reportedly begged guards to be taken to a prison hospital for observation. Now you won't. Now nobody can help you, Diddy. Nobody. No medicine. No drugs. No preacher. You did it. You crossed the line, the cardinal rule. No one can help you but you. Claiming he believed he was suffering from a breakdown on Thursday. Plus, did
Oh,
you guys know also too that there's no air conditioning and barely heating in prison? I get cold real quick. I need heat. I get hot real quick. No AC. No. At least the one that where I know people are. There's no AC and no that's why I get so mad. Y'all ask me, why you keep talking about Sean Atwood? Because you're lying and real people suffer through this stuff. And who wants to be an Emmer anyway? It's not I have to make sure I tell this to the younger generation or anybody who thinks that life is cool. It comes with consequences. Guards at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center refused Diddy's bizarre request, according to the source close to the rapper. The insider said, with his high-powered legal team, Diddy thought he'd be out by now on bail. He thought he would be out on bail. Yep. I bet you the thought of him being there this long never crossed his mind. Child, you thought a lot of yourself, Diddy, but you're human. And you have to suffer the same consequences as everybody else. Spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him. He eventually managed to calm himself down with meditation techniques. Oh, wow. He's been using while he's been behind bars. It took him a few hours of deep breathing and focusing. I'm not making this up. Can y'all read these lines? Deep breathing and focusing to get out of the bad space he was in. But he finally managed it. I'm so done with Diddy. It's so ridiculous. But another source close to the disgraced rapper denied the claims. They told the Daily Mail the rapper is continually to stay strong in prison, even over Christmas period, which he would usually spend with his kids and Kim Porter, the woman he claimed he loved. Diddy also allegedly appeared astonishingly thinner. They said he's lost anywhere from about 45 to 60 pounds because he's not eating. And people are saying he's not eating because he thinks someone's going to poison the food. And he can't eat because of his demons. I've been there. I've seen people go through this exact thing. And Gray, oh Lord, he didn't win. Gray at a recent court hearing after 3 months in federal custody. An eyewitness said there was a stark difference in the disgraced rapper's appearance, fueling speculation about how prison life is affecting the music mogul, once dripped in luxury. Let me tell you something too. You hear all these stories about these mafiosos or drug lords if you're Black, and you pay the price for the things that you do, and you do it in this lifestyle. I remember Victoria Gotti had a television show called Growing Up Gotti. Do you guys remember this? And she was talking about John Gotti's final years in prison before passing away from throat cancer, that he struggled with his demons too. They're not going to tell you that because they got to be the tough guy.
Yeah.
But tough guys aren't cool. When you decide to live that life, drugs, unaliving people, it's a fast life like this. And they like it. Some of them like it. I know the people in my family was introduced to it from my grandfather. Like, I love you, Grandpa. Well, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? You bring your boys into this?
Yeah. It's all cool until they go wrong, Sherelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect from him being inside a federal detention center for a couple of months now, said long crime reporter. What is that? Elizabeth Milner, who attended the hearing. I'm telling you this. And when I tell you that my family spent a lifetime in crime, I'm trying to tell, I'm being real with y'all. I'm telling you the consequences from this stuff. The consequences. I know, and I'm going to read my family story because you guys wanted to hear it. I'm going to go on maybe sometime this week and just read the transcripts. But a life in the streets comes with consequences, and you got to be fully aware it only ends up two ways: 6 feet under or life in prison.
Yep.
If you're lucky, you might even get the death penalty. It depends on how caught up you were in the street life. Street life is, I don't blame my family. This was introduced, this has been handed down generations. But I'll tell you the dark side of it, that's one of them. I've seen this before, Diddy. You have to deal with your God. And it's the worst kind of thing ever, because if I could see somebody physically hurt, I can go help them. If I know, someone's struggling with something, I don't know, money, you can go help them. But this kind of karma that they go through, can't nobody help them. I've seen people go crazy over it. I had an auntie that unalived her husband. She was never the same. She went to prison, got out. Ask my mom. My mom will tell y'all that the way that Diddy's acting is the same way she acted for the rest of her life.
Damn.
Will call his name. You shot him. He not with us no more. Wake up in panic sweats.
Mm-hmm.
I still love my aunt. I'm just telling y'all that this life is not what Sean Atwood makes it to be. He wants to be the big time guy. Shut up. It comes with pain. Sorry. My son had to close the door. Panic attacks. But the worst kind, okay, so my aunt unalived her husband. I don't know, because I got a lot of street people in my family. Our grandmother had 13 kids, put it that way. I got a lot of street people in my family. And the guys have a better way of hiding it than the women. The women kind of like crack up right away, but some guys hold it, but they still have it. Like, you could be in your cell rocking back and forth, scared to fall asleep, because if you fall asleep, you're going to relive it over and over again. I'm just being real with y'all, and that's what Diddy's going through. Perry, you got anything to say before I go?
I was gonna say, yeah, no, I mean, one thing for sure and one thing for certain, and one thing you can't escape is your conscience. Because wherever you go, it follows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that drug life and all that, yeah, it's fascinating to young girls, the money, just the glamour of it. It's all glamorous until it's not. All the things that, that's alleged that Diddy did.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that some is true. Now, can I prove it? I'm just going off my gut feeling to say this. I think when you cross that line and do these things, those demons will follow. And that's could be one of those things that demons are just following him now. And he know that while he's sitting in his cell, that his life, he got plenty of time to think. And now less things to mask his thoughts that, hey, this could be the rest of my life. And nobody want to be behind bars and all that shit. That's why I think this panic attack, this terrible breakdown happened, because typically it's on those anniversaries, like when you really think about the time, if you take somebody out, the times that you really enjoy with it, that memory is still there, but that same memory is there of what you possibly could have did to them too. And I thought going through this whole thing could have been one of those things, stages to say, hey, let me go and get checked out. Maybe the doctor will prescribe me a get out of jail free card, or to some place where I could just get from behind these bars, whether it's not a padded cell, they got different places that they have a more regular life, better meals or whatnot. It could be one of those things. I'm not sure.
I wanted to ask, respond to Sassy Nerd Girl. She says, you're a lot better woman than me. I cut family members out of my life for less and feel no love for them. Sassy girl. Sassy, I love my family dearly, even from behind bars. It's just a bond there. I'll never stop loving them, never. But I can learn from their mistakes. Seeing people suffer. I got a couple people with life sentences, and it's hard. Okay, Millionaire added that Diddy's hair also looked noticeably grayer and far cry from his polished image just days before his arrest in September, when he was seen in Central Park playing hacky sack. I don't know what that is. The Sun contacted Sean Diddy Combs' representatives for more information. Yeah, I believe he had a breakdown. He gonna have one every day after this. Even if it doesn't go the way we think it's gonna go, let's say, I don't know, he gets off on something. Diddy's gonna spend the rest of his life in hell. I don't think Diddy's gonna stay with us much longer. I've seen it over and over again. My aunt, she couldn't handle it. Aaron Hernandez can handle it.
Right.
When it's just you and God in that damn cell, where if you stretch your arms out, you could touch both sides of the wall. It's like a little, no. But I still love my family deeply and will do anything. And yeah, I asked him, can I read your case? Because I want you guys to kind of know a little bit more about me. He said, yeah, read the case. I also want to show you that life behind bars in a maximum security prison is hell on wheels. And I'll be damned if somebody fake it for clicks and views when you got my family living like that.
Yep.
My family members will cut off their left leg to get out. But when they tell your ass life, that's what it means. So you got to think about this before you make a move. And I'm not judging them. I love them dearly. And I'm learning from their mistakes. And I know that they went through hell and back so I can live the life I've got today. And the life I have today is I have a platform to spread the words. Stay out the streets.
Yep.
Stay out the street. Y'all just don't know. It ain't nowhere you want to be. Stay out the streets. Look, I've been in, look, him talking about the SWAT team came and knocked on his door. They don't knock on your door. You won't hear them coming. You could be sitting in your house. You don't hear anything. All of a sudden they go boom, and next thing you know, they coming from the back door, front door, sides, through the windows. I know what I'm talking about. No SWAT team comes, knocks on your damn door. Let's talk about JayZ. I'm torn with JayZ because I'm doing a couple of deep dives from JayZ, and JayZ can be shrewd. He's not one for a lot of words, right? He's not a lot of words.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, come on, let me rewind it. He is ruthless, right? Okay. And I'm talking about ruthless as in business, the way that what he did to D Haven. What he did to D Haven, okay? Y'all both in that life, y'all know what I'm talking about, together. And when JayZ done with you, he done with you. He told D Haven, don't worry about it. I got you. He had no intentions of helping D Haven. The way he got rid of Dame Dash, like I'm going, he's shrewd. He's not like Diddy. Diddy will run and yap, and JayZ gonna get you. He gonna get you, but he gonna do it when you least expect it, very quietly. He ain't gonna run his mouth. And have you ever heard the saying, the most dangerous person in the room is the quietest one? That's JayZ.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't hate JayZ, and if he has been extorted, then that ain't right either. But I noticed that he's I wouldn't say cunning. He's very quiet and smart. He's a smart guy. Smart. It's very hard. The hardest thing one of the hardest things in the world to do is to take dirty money and make it clean money. Right. My grandfather did it. He had dirty money. He started investing in real estate, in restaurants. The hardest thing, only a smart man can do that. Smart with money, I mean. But anyway, they're saying that this whole case, the whole lawsuit stuff, is very taxing on Beyonce. They said she got upset with the judge when the judge said that they didn't have to release the name of the then 13-year-old. She's stressed. That's another thing. When you live that life and you go to court, you take your family with you. Like when I see Diddy's kids going in there, standing by his side, you take your family with you. It's stressful for the whole damn family. They're saying that she's heartbroken, she's upset, she's mad, she's feels that he's innocent, she's sticking by his side, but that's going to affect you. I know it would affect me. Perry, it would affect you, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it will. And I'm thinking, Sherelle, that it affects from this standpoint. She want to stick by his side. She want to believe. But outside forces sometimes get in the middle. You can know your spouse.
What does that mean?
Okay. You can strongly feel like your spouse didn't do nothing. But when you keep hearing all the whispers about things he could have did, you sort of lose doubt. And then you sort of wonder, what if he did? Haven't nobody ever talked you out of your initial thought? Then you start to say, well, damn. But what if he did? And it's all over the place. And nobody want to be embarrassed that way. For one, nobody want to be treated that way. You don't like you have to go through all that. So it could damage the thing, because as much as you want to believe the person, article after article, he was there. And then when you go to your lawyer and your lawyer don't get you off, and it's like, well, how come he didn't get you off if you didn't did it? Because oftentimes people just assume if you was totally innocent, your attorney would get you off faster. When you have to go through the whole thing, people sort of lose trust. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm thinking.
I ain't messing with you, Bonji. Not JayZ. Y'all are messy. Chad, you are wrong. Listen, she's going through it. Beyonce's going through it. They're saying she's mad. Let me read this really quick. Beyonce has been left upset and concerned after a judge chose not to throw out the RAPE claims filed against her husband, JayZ, but she is sticking by her husband, a source has revealed. JayZ, whose real name is Sean Carter, is currently locked in a legal fight against a woman who accused him of R-ing her when she was 13 years old. After several attempts through the 55-year-old lawyer, Alex Spiro, to squash the case or force the woman to be publicly identified, Judge Annalisa Torres sided with the accuser on Thursday, granting the woman anonymity for the next stage of the proceedings. And now a lot of people took this as a win, like, oh, the judge hates JayZ, Alex Spiro, she's tired of his shit. Oh, okay. I can't tell you how to think about that, but eventually this woman's going to have to reveal who she is. And you know, the story that she gave in that interview, it was a lot of loopholes in it, but also people probably were saying that because it's like the judge who was elected by President Obama is definitely leaning towards Busby, without a doubt. Now, a source has exclusively revealed to the Daily Mail that amid her husband's legal woes, Beyonce, 43, has accepted that there isn't anything she can do to accept support her man. They said she's 1,000% believes him and is heartbroken that his accuser is a similar age to their daughter, Blue Ivy, who is 12. Damn.
Yeah.
The whole family's got to be going through it. You know, JayZ has a mother. She's, I'm not going to say it.
But Sherelle, I said this real fast too. Like they saying that she's wanting to be there 1,000%. But the word I was looking for is when you hear so much stuff in your ear and things like say with the Ramir thing and something like, because first of all, you want to say no, there's no way my man would do something like that. But if something pop up that say, that you never knew about or you was lied to about, like say if the other person would like, my man would never date somebody that young, then something pop up that you have dated somebody that young and she wasn't aware of it, a person can start to lose faith. Faith is what it is. So she could be 1,000% behind her man, a little bit more drip in. Now it's 999.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. She's stressed. She's definitely stressed because you ain't went to court yet. She has a little percent in her head saying, but what if it's true what they're saying?
Right.
So she's stressed. I feel sorry for Beyonce. I will not speak badly of Beyonce. She hasn't done anything wrong. People are turning on Beyonce. People hate Beyonce. Y'all just let this work itself out. It's not her. It's her man. And it takes people, people say, why don't you discredit JayZ and go about your business? Easier said than done. He's the father of her children. She loves him. So let me keep reading. Beyonce is upset and concerned about the allegations brought on to her husband. The insider began. I'm sure she's very worried. She's very pretty too. Let me, she 1,000% believes him, but it's very stressful to deal with. That's what we just said. Not only because everything is such in the public eye, but as a mother of a daughter at a similar age as the accuser at the time, it is heartbreaking. Listen, I don't care what y'all say about Beyonce. I'm not accusing her for JayZ's mess. That's got to be stressful as hell. And everybody and their mama commenting. She reads the paper. She reads the blogs. She hears the stuff in the news. This isn't the blog. She watches TV. She knows what's going on. I'm sure some smart ass that asked her, girl, do you believe JayZ? Some stranger when you go to the restaurant or something. Like, she's stressed. The whole family is stressed. Feel bad for her. Let's see how y'all. Why people hate Beyonce? Oh, speaking of Beyonce, so that's what's going on, right? The rest of the article just talks about how heartbroken she is and what they're going through, the legal problems that they're going through. Child, JayZ tried to say he did not know Diddy like that. Look at this picture. It's too many pictures. Y'all talk about y'all wasn't friends like that. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
He wasn't that close.
He could be saying something for legal reasons, and he's very quiet. JayZ is very quiet. He's not going to be vocal, but he's probably stressed too.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's a mess.
I think anybody that's being charged with something, it's going to be some form of stress there. Even if you know you didn't do it, it's still stressful because every day you get to fight to prove to the world that you didn't. You know what I mean?
You got people everywhere she goes, they're talking about JayZ. Where is this? And now I hate to report this. Should I talk about the Sun?
Yeah.
Come on. I didn't write the articles. You got people whispering about that. Now you got people whispering, saying that Beyonce's son, because he's not seen a lot, is autistic. I just, why y'all can't leave kids alone? Why can't y'all leave kids alone? JayZ recently went to Beyonce halftime show and people said he wasn't there. I forgot to download it. And Blue was there and Remy was there, but there aren't a lot of public appearances on Sir. That's his name. He's a twin. He's 7 years old now. This is an old picture. He doesn't look 7 in this picture. And they don't bring him out in public. And then you are a star, Beyonce, and people are going to question things. But I know as a mother, when you talk about my damn kid,
right?
When you talk about my kid, I'd rather you talk about me, talk about my wigs, talk about, I don't know, my nose, talk about me. You can't sing or Sherelle, you don't know. But when it's touches the kid, they're saying that during birth, because it was twins, he got somehow got less oxygen or something like this.
Happen. Yep.
Until she says it, I'm just gonna not think about it. But I want y'all to remember, the people that are talking about a damn kid, is she's already going through with JayZ. Okay, she's already a public figure. People talk about everything she do, and now the kid.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be off limits too, especially if you had a kid that had a certain condition. And you know, that's the problem when people start getting into your life and your relationships and stuff. Oftentimes they had a tendency to go too far. The kid should be off limits. And if he did have any kind of condition, whether it was that or anything else, and they felt like they was protecting him by not having him out in public, just like every other parent, we got choices. They have to do what's best for their son. So, and if he do have a condition, prayers out to him. It's not about trying to come down, because that ain't a part of the story. But we were just talking about the kids, how people do get antsy with somebody else's life down to the kid. Did he do it? Look at the kid. Can't stand Beyonce. All this different stuff. And they forming all these narratives. But certain things you do get to back away from, I think.
The kids. But you know, I have a tendency to feel for everybody's kids. I felt for who was it the other day? Diddy's kids. People looked at me like I was crazy, but they're gonna love him until they don't. They'll open their eyes eventually, but they're gonna be by Diddy's side till they're not. Hell, he unalived their mother. They're not gonna be standing by him forever. But you know, people learn and grow at their own rates. And I think Quincy knows. Quincy's gonna be the first to turn on Diddy. Hi, Bonji. Dr. Bonji, PhD, says nothing wrong with autism. Mind your business. Y'all just don't,
For real?
Like, not the kids. If you go on TikTok and type in Beyonce and Sir, it's a mess. Go ahead, Perry.
You know what? Because the parent is already, any parent with a kid with disabilities is already going through a lot. And trust me, people, I mean, you can have 5 kids and think, well, nothing happened to mine. It could be yours one day or your 6th kid. It could happen to anybody. And that's, to me, is nothing to make fun of, to even really make it the big topic. The only reason we was talking about it is because people have reached that level. JayZ could be guilty or innocent, but now we don't went to Beyonce, why they got the kid doing this. And sometimes people, we just need evidence, proof, or whatever, but leave the kids out of it. Unless you praying.
Okay, here, I got a couple good.
I'm finished.
I got a couple good things coming in. Cam says he doesn't have a condition. Beyonce team gave a statement to Tasha K. Y'all stop talking about the kid. There, Tasha K gets information first. I'm a fan of Tasha K. Don't start hating on Tasha K, please, in the chat. We like her over here. Whatever you say about her, she does get information first. So that's good. Then we've got Renee says, Sherelle, did you see Cassie's husband was a part of Beyonce's halftime show? He is part of the Compton Cowboys, right up there next to B. No, I did not. That's speaks volumes. I'm like, what is like?
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is what I'm trying not to rush to judge. I can't help it sometimes. I do think, that Diddy's a bad person. JayZ's no choir boy. He's about that life too. JayZ is about that life. You guys forget. JayZ comes from the streets. JayZ used to be a dealer. And I think they tried to say that he was JayZ, you and Big and Dame, y'all was slanging. That's the rumors. D Haven came out and confirmed it. You're a dealer. Just be honest.
And didn't
doesn't JayZ mean I think you're smart, but
I said, didn't he admit
Say it
to
again.
dealing back in the day? I said, didn't JayZ admit to dealing back in the day? I'm pretty sure he did. So he
I
admitted to
never
it.
heard JayZ say it. I just thought it was a known thing. I just thought it
Right.
was known.
I think
I was watching. Go
I
ahead.
don't think it's a part that he's hiding from. And then that's the problem. I think sometimes when you say
Mm.
you think that he's smart, people go, "Oh no, he ain't," because they can not like how he treated this woman or this or that. But any dealer that can going from dealing, work their way up, and flip that money over into something else, it's something smart there. Or just go through that whole drug dealing thing
Not,
and knowing when to stop. You'll be a smart person. But go ahead.
let me say it this way. Let me take back the word smart, because we're not going to give him that. We're not going to give him that.
Well,
Even my family, I'm not going to say that they're smart. I'm going to say that JayZ's personality is different than Diddy's. JayZ's the type of person that he could be going through hell. He not going to tell you. He could hate you and plotting something against you like he did Dame Dash. Dame Dash said they never argued not one day. So he operates in silence. Let me say JayZ's not, take that back. I'm not going to say JayZ's smart. I'm going to say JayZ operates in silence. Does that sound better? Because that means like he'll do his thing and you'll never know until you're the victim. That's what I mean.
so
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Sneaky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sneaky.
I'm with you,
I
Sherelle,
seen
because
the word
everybody's
sneaky
saying
just go
not
there.
smart
I don't know.
at not smart. But for me, I'm just saying, like, I think any person that know when to hold them and know when to fold them and know when to walk away aren't as dumb as the people who didn't know when to quit dealing.
No,
That
no, no, no.
16 years
Don't give him that. He's sneaky, Terry. He's
Okay.
sneaky. He's
Okay.
sneaky. Do you know what I mean by sneaky?
Yeah.
Sneaky people plot in silence.
Yeah.
Sneaky people make they move when ain't nobody watching. That's JayZ. Now, if you call him smart or whatever, he's sneaky. I can't describe it. Anyway, I'm doing a whole thing about JayZ, talking to people that know JayZ, and JayZ can be ruthless. JayZ can be ruthless. But does that mean he's guilty? No. So I'll save room for that. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm just talking about his basic personality is sneaky. Because I'm not like that. When I make a plan, I'm gonna tell you. Cunning. That's a good word. I'm gonna tell Perry. I'm gonna tell my best friend. I'm gonna tell my mother. JayZ not like that. He gonna operate himself. Smart enough to plot in silence. Plots in silence. Yeah. Dwayne Martin and Will Smith are lovers. That's thank you. We sing that on Tasha K's video. Who was he interviewing? One of Will Smith's, the guy that said that he had Will Smith bent over. Brother Bilal told us that. JayZ admits to a lot in his lyrics to I got the keys, in my opinion, allegedly. Well, JayZ's girlfriend, who was Nas's wife, says that the reason she broke up with him is because he wrote a song about them having an affair, and that's what started the JayZ and Nas beef. JayZ writes he likes to write from his heart and talks about things that happens in his life in music. It's crazy. It's crazy. Strategic. There you go. JayZ's very strategic. Strategic. Carmen, that was her name. Carmen something. How do I know her? Carmen something.
Let you know.
Can't remember it. Carmen Bryan was her name. Khalees was with JayZ. I had no idea. No, not Khalees. Nas had a baby mama. He had a child with this woman named Carmen Bryan, and JayZ was hooking up with her while she was with Nas. Child, it take a special kind of person to do that. Like, what? They got a baby. Pharrell, do you think JayZ looked like the son he doesn't want to take the paternity test for? Perry, do you think JayZ looks like Ramir?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, good enough for a possibility. Like, 'cause people go back and forth. He don't look exactly like him. It doesn't. I mean, to me, I think JayZ should just take the damn test because, like I said before, if why keep going on? You already got a 13-year-old accusing you, starting to affect the marriage and affect some of the businesses. Why have some other story linger on if he was truly if you truly knew he wasn't your kid, what's the damage besides 500 or $1,000? Take the test. It might be cheaper than that. I don't know. I'm just saying. But just clear the guy. I mean, hell, if you can give to charity, why not give the guy the freedom to know you is or you ain't the pappy? That's it.
Someone says, Beverly says, you speak about Jay-Z as if you personally know him. I do not personally know Jay-Z, but what I do is talk to people around Jay-Z. So when you are a blogger, you either go through their publicist or you talk to someone around them and you just ask questions. That's what every blogger does, I think. I would take the test. Jay-Z, take the test. Just take the
They
test.
said they
This
wouldn't.
was
They wouldn't
before
take it.
Beyonce. Just take the test.
Terrell, they said they
And they're
wouldn't
saying
take
that he's
the test.
scared to take the test because, oh, I wouldn't take the. Why wouldn't you take the test, Jay? Just take the test and give this man who's in his 30s now some kind of relief. Sherelle, I was trying to say, does Jay-Z baby look like the son he doesn't want to take the paternity test for? Sir?
Mm,
Mm,
not to
well,
me.
Sir looks just like Jay-Z.
What?
What'd you say, Perry?
Oh, I said no. I
She
mean, to me, like
said, I was trying.
we got a delay.
We got a delay. Go
I
ahead.
told. Okay, yeah. No, I was saying I thought she was talking about the Ramir guy or whatever his name is. Now that baby picture, I haven't seen him when he was older. To me, didn't really look like Jay Z. His babies change and they form all kind of different ways. But to me, I was saying, regardless of whether the baby looked at him or looked like him or not, I think if you got the same energy that you got when the 13-year-old accused you of something, and you can say, I didn't do it, and I was never there, but you spending money to fight it. Why not give a little energy to the fraternity test? But because the more you don't take it, the more I'm gonna think, hey, you ain't taking it because you ain't sure if he's yours. And if he is, it's gonna mess up some other lie you already told Beyonce or whoever. Why even take the game with that?
Yeah.
Just do it. But go ahead, Sherelle.
Mm. Someone says, if he is the father, he are a minor. And a lot of people are saying, that's why he's hiding from this. It's got to be something. I believe that's probably why. Because this, just take the damn test. Even if he's yours, what's gonna, with the minor, I'm gonna check into it. It might be a statute of limitations. Just take the test. It just drives me crazy. Thank you, Caddy, for becoming a member. And let me take this. I've seen Jay-Z in person years ago in Atlanta. I was with my parents and he greeted us so nicely. I mean, you were lucky because all celebrities, you got to catch them at the right moment. And because people want them to be nice all the time and they're busy and in every thing. Is Sherry and Perry husband and wife? We've been married 34 years. 34 years. Because it will show a reputation of messing with underage. You're right, Bobo. But
Yeah, no,
he can't keep ignoring this guy. He's not going away. He's not going away. Anyway, anything else, Perry?
I was gonna say, I mean,
Oh,
back to
this
the
new thing. Oh, I don't.
can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say with
Mhm.
the Ramir thing, I'm sure that's the kid's name or adult that's saying that he could be his father.
Mhm.
I'm only saying this. Now, we could say he argued that, or it could have been consensual. I think even if they underage, is statutory. But that person is not here to press charges. I think it's past statute of limitations. And if the only reason I could see him not taking it is the fear of that it really being his kid. And it messes up some other lie he could have told Beyonce. And it shines a light on you like these young girls. So 15, 13 wasn't that big of a difference, you know. But go ahead.
Okay, so my son just sent me this. I don't know. I'm just gonna glance over it, Devin. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. My son said that this just came out. It says Diddy faces pressure to cooperate with prosecutors in exchange for bond. This came from the source. The source.
Yeah.
What to cooperate and do what? Let me read these. 2 weeks after his latest denial for bond in battle, Bad Boy Entertainment CEO Sean Diddy Combs finds himself in the center of a legal storm that shows no sign of quieting, facing mounting pressures from prosecutors inside. Now claim Diddy has been offered a chance at freedom. I don't know about this. Let me look for something else. Hold on. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet. Because that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't see that. I'm not going to read that right now. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I need some proof. People put a lot of stuff on Facebook. All right, you guys. Thank you for staying with us. 4,500 wasn't bad at this time of night. I really appreciate it. We will continue to follow this story because Diddy's situation is going to get worse because he's fighting his own demon. Perry, any last words? If not, take us out.
Oh, no, I'm good. Everybody, finish enjoying your weekend, and we'll see you at the next show.
Bye, everybody. Fuck this shit. We out. See you tomorrow.
Don't mind